Hey folks, just looking into the future. I try not to go too far because it gets pretty scary, but for the next couple months, for Apple products, we're looking pretty good. Let's check out some predictions. So let's start with the Apple Watches. I predict that the Apple Watch SE Generation 2 is going to be the best watch released of the year. The price point at $250 and another $50 to go cellular and have a mini phone on your wrist that you can make calls from anywhere you want now. You can just leave that clunky iPhone back at home. Who needs it? I think we're gonna see a whole new range of Apple Watch users since you're practically getting all the features of the Apple Watch 7 and almost all of them from the 8 for $150 less. This is also the smallest of the Apple Watches, coming in at 40 millimeters. So if you're a small watch person like me, you're gonna enjoy the Apple Watch SE Generation 2. Now the Apple Watch 8, a couple new innovations in the form of just taking advantage of new tech that's out there. The temperature sensing is very cool and will definitely benefit women wearing it for menstrual and ovulation predictions. And I bet Apple will find a way to bring these temperature settings to everyone eventually for full temperature tracking 24/7. But not much new this year, and when you compare the prices of everything, the informed and educated consumer will definitely see the answer quite easily. I'm also really liking these new watch bands that are coming out this run. Very sleek, very cool patterns to mix and match with the standard Apple Watch colors of Starlight, Midnight, Product Red. I'm a big fan of the Apple Watch full version, but this one just kind of felt like it was an easy sell for Apple. We shall see in the next week, so make sure to subscribe because we're going to be doing reviews of all of these new Apple Watches, and you could be the first to check them out. And now we come to the Apple Watch Ultra, which is a very unique and interesting watch and has confused many Apple fans as to why Apple would make something like this. It's so un-Apple-ish. Why would Apple make this thing? I mean, they have the ability to move into other watch niche groups, other little rivers that split off from the ocean of watches. There's a huge market for these extreme type watches, extreme sport watches, GPS watches, the diving community, and huge watches as well. I never knew this genre really existed. No one's hating on these guys for their $1,000 plus watches. Every once in a while I would see some guy with a huge watch and just figure they like having some bling and jewelry. But it's called the extra large watch genre. This Apple Watch Ultra is coming in at 49 millimeters, so it's not one of the biggest, but it's up there. With all of these features though, and the durability, I'm very curious to see if I can adapt. Can I be a huge watch guy too? Is my wrist even big enough for this thing to not look ridiculous? Will I smash it into things because it's so large? To be honest, I'm actually worried about knocking myself out with it on accident. It is very cool looking and a very cool sounding new product with tons of features, and I am predicting that the future of the Apple Watch 9s, 10s, 11s will all get these things trickling down to them eventually. So the AirPods Pro are actually the product that I'm most excited about this fall, because I have become quite obsessed with my AirPods Generation 3 from last September. I wear them all the time now. I use them for my phone calls because having that little microphone next to your mouth, you don't have to worry about keeping the phone close to you. You're way more present in your conversations. So I'm using this all the time. Plus, having these has helped me listen to music, start my morning with music. I've gotten addicted to Apple Music as well. So with all these new features that the AirPods Pro are talking about, I'm super excited. Keeping the Generation 3s charged was never a huge issue for me because the battery life is so good, but these AirPod Pros will give you more extended battery life. They will also give you a speaker on the charging case if you ever lose it, which does happen. You can easily find it now, and you also have Old Reliable Find My app, which works great for finding these things as well. Every once in a while though, my Find My app will tell me that the AirPods are missing and that I've gone out of contact with them and they're sitting right in my pocket right next to the iPhone. So every robot is not perfect yet. Some other interesting features are better sound, a new H2 chip in them with faster processing speeds to help with accentuating the sound even more. You can take a photo of inside of your ear to get the best listening experience. You're fine-tuning these to your ear canal. So now let's talk about what I saw for the iPhone 14, and I am excited for the iPhone 14 because I'm a photographer and a videographer, and any upgrades to lenses, sensor, megapixels, all that stuff, we love it. So definitely look out for videos from me giving you tons of footage, nighttime shooting, low light stuff. Is the flare there? Do we still have the flare gate going on? Cinema mode has been upgraded, also bumped up to 4K 24p, which is going to be great. I hope that's something a lot of people scratch their heads about. When you see the word cinema, you usually equate it to 24 frames per second. So a lot of my fellow filmmakers definitely poo-pooed that feature when it came out. But every once in a while, it does have its time to shine, and I've been noticing some popularity in social apps. People are using it out there. So a bump up to 4K is going to be great quality-wise. 48 megapixel talk sounds very interesting. Is this just pixel binning? What is going on in there with this new sensor and A16 chip? Whatever works, that's great. I mean, this is such a mysterious, invisible thing. What's going on microscopically inside the phone? I really have no idea what they're talking about most of the time, but the proof is in the pudding, and I'm really looking forward to some photos and videos from this iPhone 14. I've been rocking the 13 Pro all year, and that does amazing with its A15, and also the iPad mini's A15. I mean, these devices are just getting so fast that it's almost to a point where what more could you need most of the time? Someone over at Apple finally figured out a great method of disguising the notch and turning it into something that could be enjoyable. So kudos to whoever that was that came up with the grand idea of this dynamic island. Very cool. I wish they could do something to all the notches now. And I'm predicting this feature is going to be moved into a lot of different things and probably into a lot of different other companies' devices. So it seems like this fall, Apple was all about big things, big watches, big phones, new display sizes coming with these iPhone 14s. Also, if you're a fan of these large screens in your pocket, definitely check out this Pro Max coming in at 6.7 inches. We've got a 14 Pro coming in here to the studio, so definitely hit that subscribe button and join the channel so you can be the first to get a bunch of footage, B-roll examples, and a review geared more towards the camera and lenses of this iPhone 14. We all know the rest of it is going to be working great. The screen's going to look great. The processor is going to work great. It's an iPhone. It always works great. So I have no qualms about that. But I would love to be able to use this thing for more production. How can I integrate this phone and camera to make my art? So folks, I hope to see you all in the next few days and next few weeks as all these devices are being delivered to all of us. It's going to be a busy month and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.